Hello everyone, my name's Kane and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, well, it was a bit of a shorter episode because I wasn't feeling well, but we began the next route, which I think actually might be Airis' route because for some reason she's starting to bug out. But yeah, unfortunately, this episode, I don't know if I just mentioned this, but I already forgot, but this episode also might be a bit shorter than usual, because again, I still don't feel 100%, and I do still feel like I'm going to be sniffly a lot. But as always, I want to make sure I upload something at least once a day. So, let's get to it, shall we? By looking at this first. Oh wait, we already actually all looked at all this. I will read. Scab! That's a scream of your soul. Cooked you a Frau. Alright. 8. Surrounded by 4 RGB cameras, Juna continues to timidly perform a kata. The one she's currently doing is called Gekisai Daiichi, sorry. A pretty basic kata. Her moves are dynamic and interesting to watch. Plus, one set is about 30 seconds long, making for a brisk pace. Frau and I are squatting, watching from a little ways away. Frau bites into her Pocky, and I take a sip of my fruit sour melon. The winds are gentle today, so even though the sun is about to set, it's not that cold outside. Why don't we just recreate that kata with Model 2 as is? Randomly toss out a proposal. Frau starts to grin while looking at her Pokecom connected to the RGB cameras.
Are you crazy? Gambaro performing a kata? They're crazy.
Then do you have any better ideas?
But I refuse.
We're still recording Juna's kata. As for why, it's because we still haven't figured out what Model 2's doing at the expo. Call it brainstorming. Akio wants to pull some iconic poses from the anime and have it do those, but that'd be way too short. The performance should at least be 30 seconds long, preferably 1 whole minute. Which is why I personally thought a kata would be a good fit.
Katas are fairly complex. With only 24 servo motors, there aren't enough joints for that. Legit.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Juna stands up straight and bows. Looks like she's done.
Next time, I'll be performing Gekisai Daini. Please enjoy.
She bows again and begins the next kata. She's still clearly embarrassed. Her movement is rigid and tense. Kind of a bummer considering how beautiful her kata are when nobody's watching. What a waste of talent.
Anyway, hear me out, number 1.
Number 1? Is that me?
Please, listen, Yashio-senpai.
What's up? I respond to her as I mindlessly watch Juna perform. Frau scoots extra close to me, touching her shoulder to mine.
It's about the Committee of 300 in the Tavistock Institute.
Frau started coming to school as of late. She's even become interested in the committee and the institute. She's been aggressively scouring the internet for information on both groups. And?
Did you make any progress on your end?
Nah, I haven't set the last flag for Kimiji Report number 6, so I haven't found it yet.
Nice surfing, bro. Isn't this taking you a little too long?
Look, setting the flags is hard work, okay? I only just started surfing 4 days ago. Before that, I was picking up golf balls at a golf course. I feel like such an idiot doing all these.
I get it now. Your young body is being rattled and jostled by the fierce waves. I get it. That's so lewd. I could put together an entire thin book about you and waves getting intimate.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything, because I've already said everything that I need to say about you. so I think it could be very obvious what I'm trying to say here. But in case you need a obvious answer, get help. And
I gotta sneeze, but I can't.
what in the world is she going on about? She's breathing heavily through her nose and everything. I probably shouldn't pry. While we were talking, Juna had long since finished her kata. She's just standing there, looking lost. Forms Super Impe next. Juna looks flustered by my sudden request, but soon composes herself and bows.
Super Impe!
Why did the start of that animation look like she was gonna do like a Kamehameha? I don't know why. I just thought it... She shouts and begins her kata. What about you, Kona-chan? Can I mention something? This specific pose of Frau, specifically on her face, I can't tell if that's her mouth having like one corner opened or if that's supposed to be like her tongue. I don't know why, and it weirds me out. Ugh. When I shoot the question back to Frau, she scoots even closer to me as if she was waiting for me to ask.
Do you know who Miguel St. Ambrogio is?
Nope.
Wake up, wrong sider. He's the CEO of Philip Electronics, SMH.
Wrong button. Tips list. Fictional, short for Philip Roman Maurice Electronics, an electrical equipment manufacturer that was established in the late 19th century. Its main office is located in the Netherlands. It is one of the world's most famous brands, well known for their wide variety of products, ranging from electric razors to medical equipment. Magical Excellency, April to September 2018 TV anime series. Fantasy-based romantic comedy where an extremely sadistic young girl transforms into a magical girl and slowly gains a string of followers who worship her. The show is now considered a cult classic with a particularly passionate selection of its male fan base, finding the heroine's malicious nature not terrifying but refreshing. Andre Biel Sports short for the evening newspaper Sports Tokyo News. It often hosts articles that are written in a style that allows for easy misinterpretation and false speculation. Because of this, the name is occasionally used as a synonym for gossip. Cry harder. I really wish I could stop sniffling. I'm so sorry about that. I know I should probably let myself get better, but again, I want to make sure I have something uploaded every day. Plus, I feel fine otherwise, so... Still not ringing any bells. I've seriously never heard of him. Heck, I don't even know if that's a Japanese or foreign company.
A major player in financial circles, and the former CEO of the U.S. Generic Motors and France's Renault company.
Is Generic Motors supposed to be a play on, like, isn't there something IRL called General Motors? Fictional, a company that was established in the early 20th century as a part of a large American automobile manufacturer. Despite the business filing for bankruptcy in the late 2000s, under the management of the new CEO, Miguel San Ambrogio, it has made a full recovery and is now a major player in the industry.
He's like a strong-arm CEO, a professional rebuilder.
So what's his deal?
He's a special advisor for the Tavistock Institute.
And?
This old dude Miguel has illegitimate kids all around the world. What a badass gramps.
Don't yell, look, you're scaring Jun-chan.
My bad. What if I told you that one of his illegitimate kids was an ex-co?
Really?
His name is Sawada-kyun.
Ah, I had a feel... For some reason, I was going to say, like, the only person I feel like that would matter to us as to who it could be would be Sawada. It'd be the only name that we would know of that could potentially fit the bill. And yeah, it's interesting. So it's Sawada. Kyun? And who exactly is that? Exco CEO or something? Without saying a word, Frau pulls a video up on her Pokecom. Wait, that's... It's a video of the press conference from the other day. Frau apparently reserved a time-shifted version of it ahead of time.
Sawada Toshiyuki, Section Chief of Exoskeleton in company's Hug Testing Department.
Hug Testing Department? That's where Mizuni works. Are you saying this guy might be part of the Tavistock Institute?
I didn't say that. I'm just pointing out the fact that this guy is the secret love child of the Institute's special advisor. There's no direct evidence linking him to them. But there is at least a connection. It wouldn't be crazy to think that Sawada-kyun is getting intel about the Institute's plans through Miguel. Not that the head of the Hug Testing Department would have the authority to do much, but... So I might be overthinking it. But the Kimijima reports mention Exco too.
So, here's the thing. Something that I think still needs to be taken into consideration is the fact that how exactly is the Committee of 300 going to go about, like, activating Project Atom? Like, how exactly are they going to go about completing the plan and causing a solar storm that could destroy most of the Earth? Here's some things that we probably know right out the gate. One, it's more than likely that the plan will take effect on the day of the expo. There's going to be robots from all over connected, and the reason why it would make most sense at the expo is because all the different, if you remember from the final episode of Gunvarl, it showed that a bunch of robots kind of need to be like sacrificed into something to trigger it. And where else would you get a bunch of robots that would probably fit the bill than the expo? The expo would be the perfect opportunity for it. But there needs to be more, I feel. And then there's something that Frau mentioned. Not that the head of the Hug Testing Department would have the authority to do much, but I disagree. I think the head of the Hug Testing Department could have a very, very important role in something. Remember, they're testing hugs. Wouldn't that mean that when it comes to hugs being tested, he says what goes and what doesn't? Like, in a way, he says, like, oh, this is fine. Trust me. I'm the head of the testing department. I know that this is right. Couldn't he, like, guide things in a direction that he wants? But that would lead the question of why would he need to do that? That leads to the other point of, remember, hugs have been in the past couple months in-game going crazy. There have been incidents involving hugs hurting people and all that. And Exco refuses to elaborate on them. Could it be because Sawada is the one who's causing the malfunction somehow? We know it's not because of the solar storm, because Exco said that their hugs are equipped with solar storm preventative gear. Or whatever, you know what I mean. Point is, they can't be affected by the solar storm. So that would mean it would have to be something deeper. I'm going to try, anytime I think I'm going to start sniffling, I'm going to try and face away from the microphone so you guys don't have to hear the large of it. But I can't always promise that's going to work. I'm sorry.
Is it that weird to think that they might be connected? I personally predict that this guy is a bona fide tsundere.
Putting aside Frau's pointless prediction, if Frau's info was true, it'd be nuts. I sure as hell couldn't tell Akio about it. I'm feeling extremely uneasy. I just want to scream into the air. Let's not forget that Mizuni is also probably connected to the committee in some fashion at this point. The fact that she works with Sawada a lot, that we see in those little brief moments with her and Sawada, she's more than likely connected with the Tavistock Institute. With the committee. And let's not forget the fact that she told Kai directly to stop looking into the Kimijima reports. She knows a lot. She's not explaining a lot, and it would also... The fact that she's, like... There's also the fact that she seems like a different person, almost. when we see glimpses of her in the past and how Akio describes her, she sounds like a hopeful and like sounds more like how Akio is, like in wanting to do robot stuff and like being super eager and energetic about it. But contrast that to how she is now, and she just seems almost given up, honestly. It's like she knows something's about to happen that will render everything that she's done pointless. Which would, of course, be Project Adam. If Project Adam takes place, then anything she did before is not going to matter. She would likely just become one of the lucky billion to survive, but at that point, it's like, what point is there in existing? So, where did you get this crazy info anyway?
Are you impressed? Okay, let me lick your fingers. Your collarbone would suffice too.
Stick to licking Pocky. Clearly salty, Frau munches on her Pocky as instructed. Konchan, you absolutely can't tell anyone else about this.
Senpai, how can you stay so calm? Especially after seeing that the Kimijin reports have all been on the mark. Those reports are legit. Shouldn't we be informing the police or the mass media?
That's the problem. With how powerful the committee is, the second that we put this information out, not only will it get instantly snubbed, it'll also likely get us instantly killed. Think about it. Kimijima Ko, both Kimijima Ko and your mother were taken out pretty much as soon as they started getting involved. There's no way of directly fighting the committee. That's what I think. It isn't possible to fight the committee directly on their own, like, terms. To do so would be suicide. The only way to get at the committee, is to find a way of, like, it's basically like finding a blind spot. If you can find a blind spot, then yeah, you might be able to make a hit against them. The closest that we've gotten in this series, I think, to fighting against the Committee of 300 would be with the Gigalomaniac powers. And of course, I'm also forgetting something. There's one character, she's not in this game, as far as I know yet, but there is technically one character in the Adventure Science series that I'm still curious about and wonder if they'll appear in the future or not. And that's Momose, if that was her name. Basically, remember, she was the character in Chaos Head Noah and Chaos Child. Based on information we know, she is more than likely a member of the Committee of 300. But interestingly, she doesn't seem like antagonistic per se. When we hear about the committee, they always sound like a villain, basically. But Momose doesn't really fit that bill, in my opinion. And yet, she is technically part of the committee. I don't know. She's right. I'm convinced that most of the contents of the Kimijin reports are true. If I ignore their warnings, I get the feeling that 5 billion people are going to get massacred. I get goosebumps on my back. I instinctively look around. I have a wonderful view of the old airport just before sunset. There's no one here besides the three of us. I'm just being self-conscious, I guess. We can't make any careless moves. You know this as well as I do, Kana-chan. If we say anything, our lives could be in danger. Personally, I want to get my hands on all the Kimijima reports. Once we get them all, it should be clear to us what we need to do.
What about Airi-tan? We should interrogate her. She's collecting intel on the Committee of 300 after all. Let's start with her 3 sizes.
You sound like a perverted old man. Are you sure you're younger than me?
I'm forever 17. Got a problem?
Let's put that to the test. You are 17. Okay. Ask Irie, huh? I'd love to, but Irie's a little unstable right now. That's the other thing. What's going on with Irie? At no point in the story before now has she had like any kind of problems, but Now she's going off on weird tangents. Is somebody hacking into her? That's what I'd be worried about. What if the committee is hacking into Airi? By the way, the one collecting info on the committee is Sister Centipede, not Airi-chan. I asked Sister Centipede about this a few times before, but she couldn't give me any info because she hadn't analyzed it yet. I tried booting up Iruo on my Pokecom. And there she is. Airi is standing beside Juna as she performs her kata. But she's not watching her. Airi-chan. She doesn't respond. I guess I have no choice but to get up and walk over to her. Don't mind me, Jun-chan. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Juna instantly stiffens up because I got closer. Can't say that's a surprise to me. Airi-chan. When I called her, Airi looks around aimlessly, even though I'm right in front of her. What is she looking for? Whatever. It's not Airi I want to talk to, but Sister Centipede. I'll just force her out here. I'm curious if Sister Centipede is also bugging out. Because, I mean, they're kind of almost two different AIs, but at the same time, they are technically the same AI. I press Airi's forehead for a few seconds. Usually this pulls up an icon on her forehead and she turns into Sister Centipede immediately. This time...
That tickles.
Airi squirms and giggles. She's trying to get away from my finger. Hey, stop avoiding me. I have to talk to Sister Centipede. Why isn't she changing over?
Does Junior like Sister Centipede more than Airi? Huh?
For some reason, Airi asked her question to Juna, not me. This conversation is a mess. As expected, Airi is still unstable. Airi-chan, I need to talk to Sister Centipede.
So Mitsuhiko likes Sister Centipede too.
Mitsuhiko?
Nagafukara Mitsuhiko.
Michi? Is she mistaking me for him? Jeez, that stings. And then, just like that... But, what? She suddenly responds.
Yes.
What? Usually she does the whole switching over to Sister Centipede thing.
Since we're indoors, I'm currently unable to see you, Yashio-san.
Whoa, hey now, we're extremely outdoors right now.
I'm collecting info, but the number of online users in Kanto has rapidly declined. Info volume has dropped 20%.
But what are you talking about? Is this from the blackouts?
Collected information is currently under analysis, so I'm unable to answer your requests at present. Please excuse me.
She's frozen.
This is bad. Ghost-chan sounded a little weird just now.
Ghost-chan? Juna calls Airi Ghost-chan. As a resident urban legend otaku, she probably likes the name. But none of that matters right now.
Do you think maybe Airi-chan's been affected by a solar storm?
Oh, you're right. Juna's exactly right, probably. The solar storm affects electronics, so it would make sense that the solar storm probably affected Airi in some capacity.
This is clearly a bug no matter how you slice it, thank you very much.
A bug? At the end of the day, Airi is basically an app inside of Iruo. There have been a bunch of reports of Iruo malfunctioning, so it wouldn't be weird if Airi was affected. That'd actually explain a lot about her recent unstable behavior. So, let's just say Airi is bugged. Will she still be able to observe me clearing the last flag for report number 6? Well, she better. Otherwise, this is all pointless. Are surfers early birds? I have no clue. I heard that the surfing club has morning practices, but I've never seen them myself. It was a perfectly good Saturday morning until Mizuka-san decided to call me at 7 a.m. I've been tossing myself in the waves for about 3 hours now. It's not noon yet, but I'm already dead.
See, there's a window of time when you get good waves.
Says Mizuka-san, she meticulously washes the surfboard. She's been hanging with me this whole time.
It's best to surf during high tide. Surfers are always aware of when it's high tide or low tide.
What's the point in having good waves if you can't even ride them?
That's what I should be saying to you.
This is really embarrassing. Sorry, Mizuka-san, but there's definitely a part of me that isn't giving my all. Each time I'm about to hit my physical limit, I back off and take a break. The reason I'm doing this is to prevent myself from crossing the line. Doing so would trigger an attack. And what would happen if I got one while out in the ocean? I'd be just fine during the attack. It's the after that terrifies me. I doubt I'd be able to make it back to shore given how exhausted I'd be. I wouldn't even be able to walk. Mizuka-san is keeping a close eye on me, but as experienced as she is, she still has her legs to worry about. I can't expect her to also be my lifeguard and jump into the ocean to save me from drowning. And so with those thoughts running through my head, I just can't bring myself to give it 100%. Or maybe I'm just making excuses. Oh, wait a minute. While mentally doing battle with myself, the Pokemon in my bag starts to ring. Hugger 03 Hayate. Lately, my son has been leaving the house much earlier. I wonder if the Robotics Club started morning meetups too. Womp like KB. Sand. I hate sand. Of course, it's rough and it gets there. I'm making sure I don't have to. Okay. We don't have to worry about messages until the 19th. Sounds like you're malfunctioning. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot has happened this year. The end of year Global 1 will be held as scheduled, but it won't be a tournament. There will be demonstrations for the main program, but I won't be participating since I have retired. But people who will, please give it your all for me. Maybe time for me to close this account. I'm considering returning to life as a regular man. Can't be plays forever. I will be stopping before the year ends. There isn't much time left, but everyone keep it up. Is Hero really going into maintenance? There's nothing more annoying than doing maintenance on Christmas Eve. Yes, do it more, lol. Blog update. Cinnamia Misaki is back on Tweepo. How much did Exoskeleton gain from their mistakes? Can you shut up? Hi, that's yours. Frow's the one on the other line. What's our resident perv shut-in doing? I'm sorry, but I just need to take the calls which shuts up. I'm sorry. Hey, what's up?
Nice surfing, bro.
If you called to seize me, I'm hanging up. I glance over at Mizuka-san. After taking a quick look at me, Mizuka-san drops her shoulders and goes back to washing the board.
Have you seen Hiro?
Nope, I've been in the ocean all morning.
You should read the official announcement, like, right now.
Did something happen?
Hurry up, it'll be your fault if something happens.
Why can't you just tell me?
There's going to be a major update for Hiro on the 24th when all the normies are out partying. Those scumbags are coming to kill us loners. They won't get away with this. But this time it's for real. They'll probably fix everything that bugged out due to the solar storm. Depending on the situation, they may reset the server and delete all the data.
And what does that have to do with me? Wait, don't tell me.
Our Easy Ed system has ruined the youth of Japan.
Easy Ed was a curriculum used over 10 years ago, before our time. How is this related to me?
Then I'll explain. Iriton could get erased during the sex update.
Yep. Excuse me?
Iriton's been acting all weird lately, right? And Iriton isn't actually an official app within Iruo, correct? In fact, it's entirely up in the air as to whether Happiness for You is aware of Iriton's existence. Worst case scenario, Iriton is classified as a bug and deleted.
Hold on, are you being serious right now?
It's just a guess.
I think it's safe to say that Happiness for You isn't aware of her existence. That's bad. If Iriton disappears, I might not be able to obtain the final Kimijima reports. Irie's the one judging whether I set the flags or not. With her gone, there's nobody else to make the call. And if the call isn't made, the hidden AR annotations won't unlock. Even if they did, I'd have no clue where to start looking. Up until now, Irie's been helpful in guiding me to the right areas. Without her guidance, I'll have to scour the entire island without a single clue. That'd take forever. I sense someone staring at me. When I look up, Mizuka-san is watching me, resting her hands. But as soon as our eyes meet, she goes back to cleaning. Hey, Kona-chan, can you contact Happiness for you and see if they know Airis-chan? If not, let me know. Let them know.
Okay. I'll tell them all about the ghost and the developer that's been dead for 10 years. This is so messed up, lol.
Frau hangs up after grinning. Alright, now that the freaking ringing is gone, I understand you want to bash Exco, but you should blame the company or the CEO. Bashing Misaki-san does nothing. Misaki's back. I'm so happy. Woo, Misaki. I was so sad that you were silent. Glad that you're back and hope to see you in the media. Kurokane should think about how he treated Ojiro Frau rather than bashing someone. Let's go, Misaki-san. I'm rooting for you. I hope she cries again. If Kurokane makes Misaki-san cry in an interview, I'll give him props. Why does it sound like we forgave Tsunomi and Misaki? Exco is in the middle of the case. Rather, why is that PR girl tweeping? I totally thought she was in major trouble. It is part of her job to report that the Hug has countermeasures against solar storms. She is doing nothing wrong. She isn't playing around. Kurokane-san is reacting too much. Frau hangs up after grinning. Now then, what do I do?
Okay, hurry up and get changed.
If I remember correctly, Mizuka-san knows Airi. When I talked about Airi a while back, she insisted that I tell her where she can meet her. And I'm pretty sure she overheard my conversation with Frau. Which makes it especially weird that she's acting so disinterested. I guess I'll just leave her to her own madness. Airi's more important right now. When I got here 3 hours ago, she was wandering around the beach like she always does. And so after briefly searching for her, I finally spot the mysterious ARAI. She's squatting down on the beach, a blank expression on her face with her back to the ocean. Airi-chan, can you switch over to Sister Centipede for me? I tried tapping on her head. But all she does is squirm, no sign of changing. The fact that she can't switch to Sister Centipede is already a bad enough bug. Ari's no help when it comes to looking for the Kimijima reports. The situation is worse than I thought. What would you do if I told you that you disappear in 10 days?
Irene's gonna disappear? Like a total solar eclipse.
Ari flashed me an innocent smile. I guess she's not aware of the situation she's in. But why did she bring up the total solar eclipse unprompted?
Irene first met Misaki on the day of the total solar eclipse. But sadly, Irene wasn't able to see it. At the time, the sky available to me barely existed. No matter how much Irene waited, the sun never disappeared. So Misaki showed me a picture of it instead. But the sky was cloudy, so Irene still couldn't see the eclipse.
I got it. The last solar eclipse visible from this island was back in 2009. People made a big deal about it at the time because it was the first time in 46 years that one was visible from Japan. The ideal viewing spots were here in Tanegashima, Amami, and Tokara. Tourists came in hot and fast. I somewhat recall going to see it with Akio and my family. Mizuni saw it with friends, so she wasn't there. It was cloudy, but I vividly remember daytime turning to night in the middle of the afternoon. Wait, why are we talking about this again?
But get this, Irie's seen Irie before.
Huh? That sure came out of nowhere.
Irie was lying still with her eyes closed.
What? What are you talking about?
When Irie said hello, Master told me that Irie was asleep.
I wish you could see my face right now because my eyes just opened wide when I realized what she might be referring to. I don't know if I said this a while ago, but here's what I'm starting to think. Irie used to be a real person, didn't she? She used to be a real living person, didn't she? A real living person that Kimijima-ko knew and cared a lot about. I don't know if romantically, family, don't know. Point is, Kimijima-ko knew a real living Irie. But then something happened to this real living Irie, and they died. So what if in his grief he created something else? What if he created the Airi we see now? Are you saying that this Airi saw a dead version of herself? Because, let's be real, what is it that parents always tell children whenever it comes to death? Of course you can't just explain to a kid that the concept of death, because it'd be just too much on them. So what do most parents usually just default to saying? They're sleeping. They've just gone to sleep for a long, long time. And they're never gonna wake up. Who was the real Airi?
So Airi watched her for a little bit before telling Airi that someday we meet again. And yet Airi's gonna disappear?
What's going on here?
That's really sad.
She doesn't seem remotely sad. Maybe she should have her memory reset so that she can get these bugs taken care of. Just to be safe, I want to try and get my hands on the last 2 Kimijima reports within the next 10 days. Granted, I'm not entirely confident that I can master the surfing thing. With only 2 months before graduation, is there any point into making a senior study? I'm sitting in math class right now, dozing off to Mr. Mori talking about differential calculus or whatever. Exam takers are taking remedial classes in a separate classroom. As for the remaining 60% of students, they're either getting a job or going into specialized education. In other words, their career paths are decided. Nobody's paying attention. They're sneakily gaming on their Pokecoms or passing around manga. Mr. Mori doesn't care. It's crazy how relaxed the classroom's vibe is now that the exam takers are gone. By the way, the reason Akio and I are here is because Akio declared that we won't graduate until the expo is over. Starting in February, the expo runs for about 6 months. Koba-sen didn't see this coming at all and finally caved. So it looks like Akio and I are going to graduate without having chosen our career paths. We are some seriously shitty students. Even though nobody's listening, the room is quiet, allowing Mr. Mori's voice to echo like a sutra. The windows are shut, but the winter sunshine is warm. Combined with the surfing in the morning, it makes me sleepy. I can't help myself as I put my head down on my desk. And close my eyes. If I don't rest now, I risk having an attack. Caring for my body is priority numero uno for right now. I've had to push myself to the limit thanks to the sadistic Kimijima Ko. But I have to make sure I don't cross that line. My consciousness fades. But just as I'm about to succumb to the comfort of the hard desk and fall asleep...
Do you know where Mom and Dad are?
Huh? I snap awake. Everyone, including the teacher, is confused. Oh, the ghost of my is in my Pokecom! One of my classmates, Mihama-kun, goes pale as he gazes at his Pokecom. Oh no, everyone's seeing her now. I quickly boot up Iruo and look over toward him, only to see Airis standing in his desk, a lost look on her face. It's a ghost!
Airi?
There's a ghost! The once quiet and peaceful classroom is thrown into chaos. Mr. Mori, too old to do anything, is incapable of calming the situation down. After making eye contact with Akio, the two of us dash out of the room. Airi, get over here! I called her from the hallway, hoping that she actually reacts this time. I don't know if she can see me since we're indoors.
Okay.
Airi comes bouncing out into the hallway, slipping through the wall. She immediately looks around.
Big brother, where are you?
I figured as much. She can't see me because we're indoors.
Why won't Mom and Dad come see me?
Mom and Dad? What's she going on about? Isn't Kimijima Ko technically her dad? Yashio's flirting with the ghost! The hell's that thing's deal? Classroom is still in chaos. This is gonna get even more messy. We need to go, now! Airi-chan, follow my voice. I decide to head outside so that Airi can see again. This is probably the only spot where I can avoid other people during class. I sit on the seat of my scooter and take a deep breath. You sure caused a stink, Airi-chan. She's looking in different directions. She can hear me properly, right? By tomorrow, everybody's gonna start calling me the Ghost Whisperer or something. I seriously didn't expect you to just pop out like that. I'm guessing you're just gonna show up whenever from here on out, huh? Up until now, you only ever went out of your way to talk to me, right? Because you were so considerate, it was never a problem. But if you're gonna if you're gonna issue an omnidirectional attack with no warning, I'm gonna have to come up with a fix. At this point, maybe I should just reveal you to the whole school. That way, nobody gets confused. Are you listening? Airis stares up at the sky, a vacant expression on her face. I'm gonna take that as a no. Airi-chan?
Dad left me and never came back. Airi left Mom because Airi didn't want to make her sad anymore.
You left Mom? Who is your mother? Who do you consider your mother?
But why won't they come see me?
If you could just explain things to me a little simpler, maybe I could answer your questions. I wonder why. Seeing Airi like this hurts. It's like I can't stand seeing her act this way. Maybe it's because it looks like she's starting to break down. It's like watching someone deteriorate. After school, I head to the usual beach. Akio tried to talk me out of it, but now's not the time to be hanging out at the Robotics Club. The path leading to the beach is half covered in sand. If I tried to pass through here with my scooter, it'd probably get jammed up real quickly. So I park it a little ways away from the beach and walk the rest of the way.
Master was a very talented person. Super duper talented.
I made a mistake of checking in on Airi before getting to the beach. As soon as I called for her, she started rambling. She hasn't stopped.
Now he's kind of famous as the programmer who made Iruo.
Kinda? Is that her idea of a compliment?
But Master was much more than a programmer. He was super multi-talented. He could make anything. In fact, because he did everything by himself, he hated getting help from others. He even said that the reason he came to this island was so that no one would bother him. In the 2 years he lived here, the only people who ever entered his lab were me and Misaki.
A lab, huh? Where on the island was this lab located?
That's a secret.
Huh?
Master told me to never reveal the location of his house. He even grew his own veggies. He never ate meat. He basically lived like a hermit.
Maybe that's why he created Airi. Was Kimiji Mako a lolicon?
Master is really nice to me. But just between you and me, Airi thinks he was, big brother. He said so himself.
And just like that, my impression of Kimiji Mako is flipped on its head.
Bruh.
I saw him as a serious and reserved tragic genius who was trying to reveal the truth to the world despite the odds. That was the image in my head, anyway. I guess I was totally wrong. So he was a lolicon. I feel a vague sense of camaraderie with the man, as well as an overwhelming disappointment. Only human, I guess. Of course, this is all just hearsay. Airi could very well just be joking. No reason to take her too seriously. Walking toward the beach, I see Mizuka-san already standing by at the usual spot. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mizuka-san. Mizuka-san glances not at me, but at Airi, who's floating along next to me. Mizuka-san doesn't know the Pokecom, so she shouldn't be able to see her. Can she sense her presence?
We're switching gears.
Huh? I told my head like an idiot in response to her words.
I realized that my experience as a surfer is getting in the way of teaching you properly. So whenever I was instructing you, I was trying to get the absolute best out of you. Which completely ignored your original goal. I don't want to know why, but you just want to ride away for 3 seconds, right?
I reply with a nod.
Then you just have to make it through those seconds. That's it. You don't intend on continuing to surf after this is all done. I really should have smacked that into my head from the get-go. This isn't the same as coaching some kid in the surfing club. In which case, you don't need a good wave. All you have to do is take off on a gentle one. You follow me?
You mean you're lowering the difficulty? Mizuka-san nods and squints at the ocean.
Correcto. The knees should do just fine.
Wait, you mean a wave as high as my knees?
Yep, until now we were focused on riding waves that were about shoulder height. I was even trying to get you to perform a perfect ride, even if it meant going hardcore on the lessons. But for a beginner, a wave like that is too difficult.
You should have said that on day one, Mizuka-san!
Didn't I tell you? I didn't think you had such low potential.
Did you really say something that mean?
But nonetheless, I got carried away.
Mizuka-san smiles lonesomely and looks down at her own legs.
Because I can't ride anymore. Maybe I just wanted you to feel what I felt back when I used to surf. But yesterday I realized that I was pushing my feelings onto you. That's all. Anyhow, they say detours are part of life, and it's not like you got anything better to do, Mr. Senior.
That's not exactly true. Mizuka-san, are you really not going to ask me why I want to learn how to surf?
I made it a point to not to. You've been pissing me off lately.
I have? Yikes. But I guess it's also my fault for not telling her the truth.
As for why I'm pissed, it's because you've been blowing Aki off to hang out with Airi.
Do you hate Airi-chan or something? Mizuka-san doesn't answer. That in and of itself is the answer. Just for the record, Mizuka-san, Airi-chan might have her memories reset on or her data entirely erased in about a week or so. You've known Airi-chan for a while, right? You even went out of your way to go see her with Michi the other day.
Your point?
If you want to reconcile with her, this is your last chance. Mizuka-san sneers with an exhausted look on her face.
Now to be young and pretend at being friends.
If you keep saying stuff like that, well, before long you're gonna be super old and miss your marriage window. A bottle full of warm water comes flying at me. She launched the damn thing at me without even using her hug. In the face of her insane power, I immediately regret my words and actions. Mizuka-san then lowers her shoulders and heads towards her car. What about practice?
There's no wind. We won't get any decent waves today, so practice is a bust.
Oh, okay. It sucks when weather totally dictates your entire day. Screws up your rhythm. Wonder if I'm going to be able to get report number 6 and 7 before Airi disappears. I don't like that. It's probably going to be Airi, isn't it? Yep.
I'm desperately wishing for that day to come. Every morning that I wake up on this bed, the first thing that I do is... And now for today's weather report. The weather today for Tanegashima and Yakushima, Kagoshima Prefecture will be... A gentle wind blows into the room. If I open the windows, I can see the sunlight sparkling across the surface of the ocean. Embraced by the aroma of the sea breeze, I go out onto the moss veranda and gaze up at the sky. And at the sight of how blue the sky is, I fall into despair. This house is constantly filled with the scent of death. It's no one's fault but my own. The scent is coming from me. The doctor told me that it will never go away.
Did the real Airi have some sort of, like, incurable illness?
I may not die immediately, but the pain and suffering caused by this illness will last for my entire life. I can never go back to living a normal life. But even then, this house was once filled with laughter. Mom and Dad always prioritized me over everything. They even renovated the house for that very reason. I was so very, very happy about it and wanted to live here forever. I felt that way from the bottom of my heart. But as it turns out, I was the only one that felt that way. Eventually, Dad stopped coming over to this house. It wasn't long before Mom told me that Dad was never coming back. She said that he ran away, that he's a coward. Mom looked so bitter as she talked about it. Eventually, Mom started to repeat that she was tired whenever something did or didn't happen. One day I realized that Mom had stopped smiling and laughing. And so one night, when I was asleep, Mom came into my room and wrapped her hand.
What in the fuck?
As I struggled against her, scared, Mom started to cry. She kept saying, "I'm sorry." From the next day onward, Mom stopped looking me in the eyes. She started to drift out of the house more frequently whenever it wasn't mealtime. I felt that one day she wouldn't come back, just like Dad wouldn't. I am alone in this vast house. But even then, I can't ask Mom to stay here forever with me. Dad left us because of my illness. I can't hold back Mom. Mom has sacrificed so much more than Dad has for me. I think I should rather disappear. If I disappear, Mom won't have to be so exhausted because of my illness.
How sad.
Who's there? Who is it that cries for me? Who are you?
The carrying of the motor's exterior from Gun Build 1. So there's no need to design from scratch. Doc knew a designer in Osaka, so we ordered from them. Yesterday we received 10 all at once. Then we had Old Man Kamada help us too. It's like the entire island's become one big workshop. I'm currently playing Killbound. I don't care. But I'm also giving Akio's progress report a few empty nods. We've been acting separately recently. Even for club stuff. So I haven't spent much time with her as of late. A few months ago, this would be unheard of. But we have been stopping by Uchigaka Park after school together pretty regularly. As for why? The monopoles, of course. Got him. While listening to Akio talk, my hands continue to play KB. Stuffy nose attack! You win! I've been on a winning streak against players around rank 200. Haven't been able to play much recently, but my senses haven't dulled.
Hey, Kai?
Hmm?
What are you gonna do when the expo starts?
Oh. I want to eat ham. Why did that take me out? I've gone to Kamiyama a few times, but unless you possess brute strength, I'm going through a general mission. It's impossible. You'll see hell if you're trying to go as a guest. I wouldn't be surprised if someone died. But sometimes you want to go to that hell. Such a mystery. It's not a playground, it's a war zone. There's always way too many people. With the summer one, you have to wait in line under the blazing sun for HRS. One time I had to wait in line for 4 hours straight while some guy in front of me was pretty much shitting himself. I stayed in line though, of course. I respect the passion, but I don't want to grow up like that. Today, Okinawan donuts have arrived in mail. It's for Christmas. I've screwed myself over. I didn't even realize what I was doing. Wait, I might be fine. Never mind, I did screw myself. What was I supposed to answer with? Well, I'ma just do something real quick. This should hopefully not take too long, because we're just going to... Just keep zooming by. Maybe it won't take as long. Maybe? Question mark. Now I have to watch her cause a scene. Then we watch this. Knocked on the head. Depression, the simulator. Alright, here we go.
Hmm?
That didn't take long. I was worried it was going to take longer. It's not like... So people just power through it and no one complains? Having a Gestaltzer fall? I don't even know what this means. What does this mean? I'm looking this up. What did I just say to you? Safari. What? Gestaltzer fall. What is Gestaltzer for? A psychological phenomenon where prolonged, steady staring at a complex, familiar, complex shape like a kanji character, word, or image causes it to lose meaning and appear to break down into its constituent, unrecognizable parts. Oh. Oh. So she's degrading is what you're telling me. Gotcha. Is that something like a donut hole? No more.
No more.
Hello from Space Candy. Pokemon's been acting up recently. More than half our employees have experienced something. Is it due to Solar Storm? Oh god, Nightheart's saying something, and so is Dash! Hang on, I'll get to them in a second. The annual Cancel Christmas March will... the annual Cancel Christmas March will be at Shibuya again this year. Last year, 500 people participated. Growing little by little, eh? It's been going on for 10 years. Pretty amazing. They should put that energy toward finding a lover. Disgusting. Unattractive losers doing a march, lol. Have your mommy buy you an Xmas cake. Well, I have to get together in Roppongi to get tonight, lol. I'm a woman planning to participate. What is the ratio at the march? If there are a lot of girls, maybe I'll go. We don't want people that are looking for someone to come. This is a sacred war to us. Don't corrupt a sacred fight. Happiness for you, ruining and maintenance on Christmas Eve is God. They are on our side. Do more. Japanese people should be shamed for joking that Xmas Eve. Why do I have to be bashed for spending a beautiful night with my beloved one? Hate only creates more hate. Let's be generous. Spend it with your loved ones and family. If you spend it together, we can all be happy. Christmas should be canceled because it's imprudent. They're imprudent choose. Alright, what does Nightheart and Dash have to say? Planning to stay inside and binge a Molten Rogue for my backlog's Christmas Eve. Christmas will be the usual marathoning blood tune from morning to night. Looks like there are protests to cancel Christmas, but wouldn't that just mean marching down the lit up streets while normie couples just point and laugh at you or something? What kind of closeted masochism is that, Lamau? People who are part of the protest must be insane masochists or unpopular normies looking for attention. I will never participate, never. Rather than being part of the protest, isn't it more romantic to spend it with a cute tootie girls inside a warm and cozy house? There's no need to go outside. Oh god, they start talking to each other. Lightning Fest Nightheart is going to stay inside and play our older Rogue, eh? That's why we love him. That's why we Dar him! I want him to stay the way he is. I used to spend Christmas Eve like that until around 3 years ago, so for the last couple years I've spent Christmas with my family. I won't be hurt by the words, probably spend it with your parents or anything like that. Save a virgin being envious of me, lol, GG no re. After all, the family I'm talking about is my wife and daughter, lol, I'm a normie. That's right, at this point, yeah, your kid would be born. Suzuha, what? Yeah, your kid would be born at this point, right? I just received some devastating news. How could this be? Dash, have you betrayed us? I won't let you get away with this. The envy of man is truly unseemly. Well, my wife is an ex-cosplayer and she says my rogue hobby. My 2-year-old daughter takes after me so she's ultra cute. I give her a bath every day. I really am a father now. Men truly grow strong. May have a family, we grow mentally too. Just a hunch, but that wife and daughter of yours are probably delusionary existences. Oh, Nightheart G, when did we fall apart so? Was it pride or perhaps our difference? There's something very funny to me about the fact that Daru's now just basically making fun of Takumi. Who's gonna be the third person? Who's gonna be the third entity? Is it gonna be Takaru Kurusu? At this rate, what if it's just fucking Mayushi? Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope to see you all later. Peace. I forgot what my ending message was for a second. I'm okay.